Hey there, beautiful bunch of people. So I'm currently sat in a random car park waiting for my boyfriend to get his braces off, although whether he'll actually get off his braces, who knows. But anyway, I hope you're doing amazing. Welcome back to my channel. I was just a little bit bored and I wanted to have a chat with you guys. I'm gonna turn off my car because it makes a really annoying noise. Yeah, I just wanted to talk to you guys because why the hell not? I know you guys are always gonna listen and no one can be mean to me because it's just me and you. I thought we could focus this little chat on exercise during ED recovery because I think this is such like a big topic that isn't often spoken about as much as the food side of ED recovery. Wow, do you really mind driving around a car park like that? Like, I'm literally trying to film a YouTube video. Anyway, let's talk about me, my story. When I was at like the peak of my ED and stuff, I was actually not obsessed with, oh my god, there's so many cars, I'm so sorry. I wasn't actually super obsessed with exercise or anything. Like, I wasn't a gym goer or anything like that. I didn't do athletics. I wasn't in a team or anything. Something I did do a lot was try and get in my steps like every day, and I would also try and basically just move as much as possible because why have I still got my freaking seatbelt on? There's that thing, isn't there? What is it called? There's that thing where you like burn more calories just by basically like existing. So I just try and like move as much as possible in my day with just like the natural things I already do in the day, but like, you know, make more of an effort for it, or like I'll try and make sure I have more trips up and down the stairs and like just little things like that rather than actually like going to the gym, which is actually very draining because I'd always be thinking like, oh, I'm gonna get this and then I'll probably want this in a bit, so like won't do it all in one. I'll like come down in a bit and like do it then, or even down to like turning on the light. Like, I would always like want to be doing something so that my body would be constantly moving and like burning calories. But I know a lot of people struggle with like going to the gym and feeling guilty if they don't go to the gym in their eating disorder, which obviously is a really unhealthy mindset. I mean, having an eating disorder is a whole self-destruction disorder basically. While I was in my eating disorder recovery, so in my eating disorder recovery, I actually got therapy, and if you guys have had therapy before, you might have been told to go on a walk. That really helps with your mental health. Going on a walk every day makes you feel so much better. Now for me, I didn't actually find that it would help me. It would actually just make me feel more tired because I wasn't fueling myself enough. I'd just end up feeling so tired. I would be annoyed at myself that it wasn't helping me, so it'd actually make me more anxious because I'd be like, this is meant to be helping me, why isn't it helping me? I'd feel guilty if I went for an hour walk yesterday and then the day after I went for a 50-minute walk. I'd always feel like every day I'd have to try and beat yesterday's walk, which never is the case. The whole point in going on like a mental health walk is just to like get yourself, you know, outside, seeing nature, like just so you're not like stuck in your room like on your phone, like, you know, just to get some fresh air. That's not the point of trying to like beat yourself, like beat your steps or beat your time or beat how fast you're walking or whatever. If your therapist tells you to do that, try not to take it so literally. Like, yeah, it might work for some people, but for you, if you just know that's not going to help, don't do it. If you need some fresh air and you think mentally that might help you, go outside on a bench in a park with a book or not with a book and just go and have a little sit down. Like, you don't need to be walking to improve your mental health. Like, I think it's more about getting, you know, some outsideness into you. Also, during my eating disorder recovery, I'd say after I gained quite a bit of weight, maybe I gained like 2-3 stone, I then started going to the gym, and 100 million trillion percent this was all fueled by my eating disorder, because just because you gain weight doesn't mean that you don't struggle anymore. Your eating disorder is still very much there. You've just probably learned how to deal with it a little bit better. So I would go to the gym pretty much every day and sometimes twice a day. I might be going like 10 times a week to the gym, and I'd be lifting weights, I'd be going on the treadmill, Stairmaster, using the bike, doing my leg days. Like, I was very much into it. I was very much into like, you know, growing muscle, because I think they're still on. Yeah, he's just told me they're not getting them off. That's so annoying. Oh no, poor baby. You look perfect with them. Anyway, I think when you've had an eating disorder or you're still struggling in your recovery, your mindset is very much based on body issues and the way you move your body, etc. Going to the gym is almost just another way to take it out on yourself. Like, you're like, okay, I'm not going to change my body and making it like skinnier. I'm going to sort of eat more food, but I'm going to try and counteract that by lifting weights and doing cardio and trying to get a flat tummy and a big bum. You know, you're still trying to like change your body, which when you're in recovery isn't a healthy mindset. I see a lot of people that go from being in the depths of their eating disorder to becoming like avid like gym girls, like obsessed with the gym. And you know, sometimes that could be a general coincidence. They've got such better relationship with their bodies, and the gym may be their place that they can like help them with their mental health. They don't get guilty if they don't go to the gym. They eat what they want, like, you know, and that would be a healthy relationship with the gym, which I'm really like on the cusp of, and I'm so proud of myself for getting to that point. But we'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. It's just that if you feel like subconsciously you're going to the gym to change the way you look while you're in eating disorder recovery, then I don't think you're ready for the gym. The gym shouldn't be your comfort blanket. Do you know what I mean? It should be, you know, you go there to become a happier and healthier version of yourself, not to like have a schedule and then if you don't go you feel really guilty. Like, that shouldn't be the gym. I feel like if you're in eating disorder recovery and you're going to the gym, because of the way your brain is wired, it's somehow going to make you feel like maybe you've not done enough, or you need to do more than yesterday, or you're on the bike for 20 minutes and you haven't burned as many calories as the other day. Like, I feel like your brain just is going to be giving you these little unhealthy habits that you don't need wired into you during your eating disorder recovery. That's not me saying that you shouldn't be active, because I think it's so important to like be healthy and active and look after your body. But at the same time, if you're not at the point where you're fueling your body enough, being active might actually do the opposite to what it needs. I also did just want to quickly add in, even if you are fueling yourself enough, you're not at the mental state yet where it would be safe or healthy for you mentally to go to the gym, then you shouldn't do it either. Even if you're eating so much food and gaining so much more weight, doesn't mean you're in the right headspace for the gym and ready to like have a healthy relationship with the gym yet. I just didn't include that, so I needed to put that in there. So for me, I would say maybe 10 times a week would go to the gym, and I'd do like a couple of hours each session. I was purely doing it for aesthetics and like the way that I looked, because I was gaining all this weight. That means I need to go to the gym, which isn't the case. I'm eating that much because my body's in need of it, because I've been restricting for the past 2 years. My body is calling for help and it needs all these sugars and fats and carbs and proteins and everything. Then after that, I got into a really bad car crash, and because of that, I was actually bedbound for like 3 months, so I physically couldn't go to the gym. I broke my hip in the car crash. So after I was bedbound, I then wanted to get back into my like gym girl routine, as in like, you know, going every day, get my strength back sort of thing. But when I would go to the gym, then I would go to the gym and I'd just train upper body. So I'd train like back, biceps, but you know, it was more about like doing like the lower body, or at least having like a bit more of a balance. When I went to the gym, I noticed how much strength I lost. I would try and incorporate a bit of lower body, and it would just be painful. I couldn't do the exercises that I wanted to do because of my injuries. It just all felt like I was forcing myself to do it because I felt like I had to, not because I'm ready to. Yeah, it might be a little bit hard to see that you're not maybe as strong as before, but that is completely valid and not your fault. And if you go through a phase where you don't go to the gym for a while and you've lost a bit of strength, don't do it for the strength. Do it because you love your body and you want to make your body like a fitter, healthier home for yourself. So anyway, after trying to go for a couple of months after I was like recovering from my car crash, I noticed that I then just became really demotivated, which in hindsight is actually probably a really good thing that happened to me, because I think it just sort of broke that cycle of you don't need to be going, like don't feel guilty sort of thing. And I'd probably go maybe like once a month or something, and if I'd go, I'd just literally like look at a machine and be like, yeah, I fancy that today, and then look at another machine and no, don't really fancy that today. And I feel like that is a really good step into like finding what sort of gym routine works for you, what sort of thing you like enjoy doing, like knowing what you want to do on that day. Like, don't sort of go in and be like, oh god, I've got to do this today, like I need to do it else my bum isn't going to be looking fire. Like, just go and be like, okay, I want to do this today. You don't have to do like a lower body per session and then like an upper body per session. You can mix that shit all up. Like, it's completely up to you. Whatever your body feels right on the day and feels good for your body in that day, you need to listen to that. You know, your body will know what it wants and what it needs, so if you listen to that, like, you'll get the best results, like mentally, and you'll feel better. Like, everything will just work out, you know, you'll enjoy your sessions. Whereas if you go and like you're like, oh god, I really don't want to do this, I'm dreading it, you're not going and like helping yourself out. You're actually going and like in like self-destruction mode, because you're like thinking, oh god, this can be so draining. So now I went on quite a few holidays throughout August, and I just, oh, here's Benny. I just had this craving. Hey darling.
Hey, you don't answer your phone.
Oh sorry darling.
That's okay.
I'm just filming.
You knew I called you, didn't you?
I swear on your life I didn't.
Oh. Mwah.
I'm just filming about exercise and eating disorder recovery.
Oh, you don't want me to be in the car, do you?
Why?
Because you get awkward in front of me
I
talking.
get nervous.
Well, I'll look away.
No, it's me talking. To be fair, I've only got a bit more to say.
That's fine then. I'll look away and I won't listen. Okay.
What do you mean you won't listen?
Do you want to open up the windows a little bit, or is it a bit too noisy
No,
for the camera?
I have to turn it all off, unfortunately. Sorry.
No, I was just saying, I don't know if you needed to cool down a bit or anything, if you were too warm.
No, are you?
No, never.
Well, all of this I've already spoken to you about anyway. Oh, I'm really nervous.
Don't be nervous, don't be nervous. Just go
Okay.
for it, okay? Don't be nervous. I know what you're doing.
It was really odd because I hadn't been to, I hadn't really been to the gym other than like once a month or whatever, because I just sort of got this like really demotivated mindset towards the gym. And then on my holidays, I was like actually like itching to like get back into the gym and like get a routine and sort of like just feel like, I don't know, get a really good mindset about it. I was like craving to like have a good mindset about the gym. I don't know, I just wanted to just sort of have a better relationship with my body where I can like listen to it and like understand what I'm actually like wanting to do on that day, not feel guilty about not going. And I was like looking forward to like working on that, like making that like my next like goal sort of thing. I came back and like since I've been back maybe like a month and a half, and since then like I feel like my relationship with the gym has become a lot more better.
A lot more better.
Okay, a lot better. Of course I have my moments, like for example, if I say to myself like, oh, I'm going to go to the gym today, like at this time or at some point today, and then sometimes things do just take longer than expected, or something happens which means you can't go. And this happened to me the other day, and it just made me feel really guilty because I was just thinking like, oh, I could have gone to the gym. And I just need to give myself a second to just like remind myself, actually no, the reason I didn't go maybe is because I've had a really busy day and I feel really drained and I just need like a bit of time for myself just to chill out. Or maybe it might be that I had things to do instead, which might be like a bit of like editing or working or spending time with somebody. And that doesn't mean that that's like any worse than going to the gym. The gym is replaceable for doing things that's like also important to you. I think I can also sometimes, I'm still working on like the guilty feeling if say I've literally been going maybe like 4 or 5 times a week consecutively for maybe like 3 weeks, and then I went to the gym yesterday, and before that I didn't go for 5 days, and that was the first time since I've been back, since I've got into this like routine of the gym, that I haven't gone like as many times as I had been in the last few weeks. And I'm like, oh god, now I'm like letting myself down sort of thing. But in actual fact, that's actually the complete opposite that's happening, because that is like something that's come into my life. You never know what's going to happen. Like every week's going to be different. You've got different amount of time free in the week. Like every week you've got different things to do every week. You're going to have a different feeling every week. Like you never know if you're going to be up for it, if you've got enough energy, like whatever it may be. And so you just have to allow for the different weeks to allow yourself to not almost have these expectations of yourself, because you never know what could come into the way, and you just need to go with the flow basically. And if you plan, oh, I'm gonna go maybe Monday, Wednesday, Friday this week, and that doesn't end up happening on the Friday, that's fine. Like that is just because that is the world working in your favor, because something else came in the way. Maybe you just didn't feel up for it, maybe you just needed a chill time. They're actually all challenges for you to be able to like work on your mindset with the gym, because if them things didn't happen, you wouldn't like have the opportunity to learn. You just think, yeah, I go to the gym 5 times a week and I've actually got a really healthy mindset with it. But until you have these days where you actually can't go or you don't go, you won't actually be able to challenge that mindset. So I feel like I'm in a really good position with it now. Like I literally went to the gym yesterday and I really wasn't in the mood to like do a really sweaty hard leg day, but then I also did want to train a bit of legs. And then I got there and I looked at the bench press and I really wanted to do some like upper body, so I literally just like did whatever I fancied. Like I did bench press, deadlifts, squats, I did
The back fly thing.
yeah, rear delt
First time ever.
flies, stuff at you. And like I literally did like upper body and lower body, and there's absolutely no rules to the gym. Like you can just do whatever you fancy when you're there, whatever makes you feel good on that day. Recently wanted to start doing a little bit more like activities that are like enjoyable, and like obviously because it's really good to be active and stuff, but you don't always want to like be like, oh, I've got to go to the gym and go and like lift weights and stuff. So me and Ben have played tennis together, but I actually have really hurt my foot since playing tennis, and it's really annoying because I really want to play tennis again, but I can't because I'm in loads of pain. But yeah, all I'm trying to say is like as soon as my foot's better, like I will will be playing tennis again because it's like actually fun. You know, if you're on a machine at the gym, like doing cardio, you don't want to be subconsciously thinking about the numbers and stuff, whereas if you're just like out playing tennis or doing golf or going for like a nice long walk or whatever it may be, you're not focusing on the numbers. So I think that's a good way to maybe be more active without, you know, going to the gym. Or even if you just don't like the gym, you can always find like fun things to do. There's loads of things that you can do, be active and like actually find enjoyable and like get outside and stuff. So yeah, just thought I'd talk to you a little bit about my journey, and that's it. You look really annoyed at me.
No, I'm not annoyed.
Just one last thing as well. It would be really, really good if you could try and challenge your brain if you do feel like you maybe do have an unhealthy relationship with the gym and you are going purely just for like aesthetics and you've struggled with an eating disorder, you probably don't have a very good healthy mindset like with your body. All I would say is, for me, I've really tried to turn that around and be like, I want to go to the gym because I want to in 40 years like not have aches and pains. I want to be like agile. I don't want to be stiff, like things like that, rather than being like, you know, right now I want to have like big quads and a big bum and a flat tummy. Do you know what I mean?
Relax yourself, girl.
What?
Why are you saying you want big quad, big bum, big bummy?
Big bummy?
Did you say small tummy?
Yeah.
You want that?
No, darling, are you not listening?
I told you I zone out so you don't feel uncomfortable.
I'm saying instead of thinking like that,
Right.
go with the mindset of thinking, I'm going today to get my body moving, get the heart rate up a little bit, you know, make my body feel like a healthier version of themselves. Because I've heard of a quote and I think it actually like really stuck with me, and it's like, work out because you love your body, not because you don't like it. And I think when you actually think about it like that, that is such a good mindset to have. Don't go because you don't like your body and you want to like try and change it. Go because you
I'm gonna have to be thinking about that quote for the next couple of years.
you want to like give the body the love that it deserves. Everything that your body does for you want to like keep it in good, like, yeah, you want to keep it in good nick, you know. You want to like help it out, you know, with all the help it gives to you. You want to like make it really nice, comfortable home for you,
Especially
you know?
with cold and flu season coming up.
Exactly.
You've got to make sure your body's healthy, is in the fact that you know.
Can fight off all these germs.
Exactly. Also,
Every gym session could be different. You know, maybe every gym session you are in the mood to lift weights, and every session you might just be in the mood to do cardio. It completely depends. Like sometimes I will literally just go to the gym, do like a nice 15-20 minute like full body stretch, like that makes me feel really good, and then I'll just go and do like a 10-minute like walk on an incline on the treadmill. There's no rules to the gym. Like you don't have to go and do some like 2-hour long session. You can go for 20 minutes and do like a stretch and a walk, or just some stretches, do some yoga. Like you can do something just to get your body moving and feel like you've got out of the house. Like it would actually be really good for you to go to the gym and do that, because then you don't feel like the gym is a place of only lifting really heavy and getting really sweaty and feeling really tired afterwards. Like you go to the gym and do whatever feels best for you. Like give your body a really nice stretch, make it feel really good, make yourself feel really agile, like, and try and think that you aren't doing this for your body for like now. It's all working towards, you know, a healthier and just like nicer home for you in the future. I think your body will really like appreciate you, you know, not trying to like sabotage yourself. Instead, you're like listening to what your body actually wants on that day, and that will really help you mentally as well. So yeah, I think we're going to conclude the video there. I hope you guys have related to some things, and if you have, you've like hopefully, you know, got some advice on some things, or, you know, feel less alone or whatever it may be. All my social
all your social medias down below.
all my socials are in the description below.
What about if say something, you go to the gym and think, oh, I'm going to do a massive bicep day today, and then you get into the gym and you're like, oh, I don't really want to. Don't beat yourself up about it.
Yeah.
Still go there.
You don't need a plan.
Yeah,
you know?
still go there. Do whatever your body feels like doing. Or if it doesn't feel like doing anything, go into the cage and do a bit of stretching.
Yeah, exactly.
And then
that.
get yourself out of there and get yourself home.
And get yourself, you know, whatever you fancy to eat afterwards, whatever you want to drink afterwards. Give your body the love it needs.
I disagree with that one that you just said.
Why?
Everything to eat and drink afterwards. If you want to eat shit and piss, I don't agree with that.
You're a little meanie bum.
Are you going to cut it out?
Yeah. Okay,
Thanks.
I love you lots, guys. Have a brilliant day. See you in my next vid.